Imagine the drive back home after a long night out. The gentle breeze lightly grazes your face as the city lights become dimmer in the distance. What type of music would you play during this? For me, I would be playing LampBand, one of my favorite Japanese jazz bands. LampBand consists of 3 members, and its genre mostly fits in the bossa nova, city pop, and Japanese jazz groups. I'm a really big fan of them, and I want to talk more about them today. You'll notice that their music is a little bit different than their contemporaries. It actually has a lot of inspiration from 60s and 70s bands like Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, and people like Todd Rundgren. I feel like their music is very nostalgic, even though I'm not really from that era. It's very interesting. I think this can be chalked up to their specific uniqueness and their passion and drive towards making sure that they make music that only they can create. When referring to the song Sachiko on their album Yume, vocalist Yusuke Nagai explained that it's just that good. And it's another one of those songs that I can say with some conviction is a song only LampBand could do. I love that attitude that he has, having music that only your band could perform. I feel like a lot of Japanese musicians, and a lot of musicians in general, just have this attitude about them. And I think it's what separates the best musicians from musicians who just try to be like other people. I personally relate to this as a creator. I feel like a lot of new YouTubers and a lot of what I see on YouTube is a lot of people trying to emulate what works best. But what works best is yourself. And I try my best to be myself whenever I record videos. So when I talk about LampBand, that's something that is a part of me. LampBand, the music that they create, and the emotions that they make me feel is something that is unique to me. So if you have a band that you like and something that makes you feel that way, please let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to check them out. Let's shift gears a little bit to talk about the artwork that LampBand uses for a lot of their covers. From the interviews that I did see, it doesn't really look like they care too much about the meaning behind their covers, but I'll say that they're beautiful. And honestly, they're something that I want to kind of adorn my room with, as you can see up there. One of my favorite album covers is the cover for Yume, which is done by Seiichi Hayashi. His artwork captures that feeling of nostalgia that I feel like I talked about before. It's reminiscent of something. Another one of their popular albums, Lamp Genso, has one of the most beautiful renditions of a red poppy that I've ever seen before. Look at the way that the flower kind of dances with the background, how it feels antiquated, almost like it's a pressing of the flower, not so much of an image of it. It's what it makes you feel. It's the etherealness of it. It's the relaxation, and it's the feeling of the past. Now speaking on their use of photography throughout their album covers, albums like For Lovers have images that also feel very reminiscent of the past. The way you look at the 2 members on the front of For Lovers makes it look like it's literally 2 people who might have been in love a long time ago, and you're just looking at that image and you're reminiscing about it. If I were to make a cover for one of their albums, it'd probably be something like this. Just a nice, cozy, and relaxing place where you feel like you can put your head down and just drift away while listening to their music. But I digress. LampBand is on tour. LampBand is coming to the United States, and they've currently been touring with Mitski, another one of my favorite musicians. So I made this video in anticipation for that. If you are interested in this band, please check them out. I know I only really talked about the artwork, but that is one of the parts that really inspires me the most. All of their music is worth trying. I feel like it's definitely one of the first Japanese jazz bands that you should give a shot. Because I feel like Japanese music should be accessible to everybody, I'm going to read some translated lyrics from a creator called Henka. This is for their song Symphony on their album Yume. It really reads like poetry. Try seeing if you can pick up the syllables. Shadows of the night strike against the window, filling this city covered in stardust. To return by your side, I begin to doze off. Rainbow-colored neon lights, a town parade. 2 lovers waiting for a love that would never return. As if in search for a continuation of their dream, they silently close their eyes. Although I don't speak Japanese, and you can't really trust everybody on the internet when it comes to translations, I can tell that this translation really tries its best to capture the emotion and the impact of that song. It really sounds like it's a song for lovers, even though it's not on that album. So in conclusion, LampBand is an awesome band, and there are a lot of awesome foreign bands out there that you should check. and that you should buy their CDs of. LampBand was one of the first bands that I bought music for in a physical copy. I really enjoy their music. And I really enjoy a lot of other Japanese jazz bands as well. So if you have any recommendations, don't forget to leave them in the comments down below. This is Matt from the Alive Company. I hope you learned something, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.